Let us pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and sense the stillness that envelopes us. Life, like a river, is ever flowing, yet true wisdom blossoms in moments of tranquility, when we lend an ear to our inner voice, contemplate our journey, and embrace the path that unfolds before us. In the Buddhist Dharma, aging is not perceived as a diminishment, but rather as a fulfillment, an opportunity to deepen our understanding of ourselves and the myriad phenomena of existence. Envision yourself as a lotus, rising from the mud, not resisting the circumstances, but gently exuding fragrance amidst the currents of life. How, then, do we navigate these advancing years with serenity, confidence, and grace? The secret lies not in fleeting external remedies, but deep within our consciousness, in the way we choose to live and in discovering inner peace. Drawing upon the profound teachings of the Buddha, I wish to share 10 principles to help you maintain timeless radiance and elegance as you mature. Let us embark on this journey together with a light heart, much like savoring a warm cup of tea and allowing the mind to settle. Principle 1. Dress with grace, radiate inner light. In the Zen tradition, there is a saying, simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. The world often emphasizes outward appearances, viewing fashion as a means of self-expression. However, in Buddhism, true beauty emanates from within. It is about carrying oneself with poise, honoring the body, and choosing attire that reflects a serene spirit, rather than merely chasing trends or succumbing to age-related expectations. Consider the story of an elderly woman named Sarah in Kyoto. For decades, she wore the same indigo kimono, yet every stitch was meticulously mended, every fold carefully arranged. When asked why she never altered her attire, she simply offered a gentle smile and said, "The world may change, but my heart remains as steadfast as a mountain. My clothing is an extension of that steadiness." Sarah's wisdom is profoundly insightful. Clothing is more than mere fabric to cover ourselves, it is a mirror reflecting our inner state. When we adorn ourselves with mindfulness, our clothing transcends being just attire, it becomes an embodiment of our soul's tranquility. Reflect for a moment on how you feel when wearing your favorite garment. Notice the subtle boost in confidence, the sense of ease it brings. That is the power of mindful dressing. Therefore, when selecting your garments, look beyond fleeting trends. Choose pieces that bring you comfort and ease, as if they are an extension of your inner peace. Consider refined silhouettes, soft fabrics, and colors that uplift your spirit, perhaps a flowing linen dress that reminds you of a gentle breeze, or a deep-hued shawl that envelopes you in warmth like the setting sun. Remember, the aura you project from within is what others truly perceive, even before noticing your outfit. Fashion, in its deepest sense, is not about impressing others, but about honoring yourself. When you dress with mindfulness and authenticity, you radiate a quiet confidence, one that does not seek external validation because it is already secure in its own worth. Principle 2. Unceasing learning, continuous growth. A wise Buddhist monk once taught, "The mind is like a garden, if left untended, weeds will surely grow." Aging is not a reason to cease learning, in fact, it is the very impetus to continue cultivating knowledge. A mind that remains curious stays eternally youthful. The tale of a 90-year-old Zen master who resolved to learn calligraphy is a perfect illustration. When asked why he would embark on something so new at such an advanced age, he chuckled and said, "Because when I turn 100, I wish to be proficient at it." This story is not merely amusing, it is deeply profound. It reminds us that growth knows no expiration date. Learning keeps our minds agile, our spirits engaged, and our lives replete with new possibilities. Imagine awakening each day with a sense of wonder, regarding the world as an open book filled with fresh pages to explore. Whether it is mastering a new skill, delving into a philosophy, or simply opening yourself to fresh perspectives, every lesson learned adds another layer to the richness of your existence. Let us not overlook that learning extends beyond textbooks and formal education. It resides in the conversations we engage in, the stories we listen to, and even the mistakes we learn from. A woman who never stops learning is one who never ceases to evolve. She remains dynamic, engaged, and deeply connected to the ever-changing world around her. Therefore, pick up that book you have always wanted to read, enroll in that online course that sparks your interest, listen to a podcast on an unfamiliar subject. Try painting, playing the piano, or even composing poetry. Allow yourself to be a perpetual student of life, always eager, always open. For, in truth, nothing is more radiant, nothing more timelessly elegant, than a mind that continues to grow. Principle 3. Stand tall, walk with purpose. Have you ever noticed that those who walk slowly, deliberately, and with an upright posture naturally command respect? The Buddha himself taught that the way we move reflects the way we think. Slumped shoulders betray worry, while an upright spine exudes confidence. Posture is more than mere physical alignment, it is a declaration of presence. Imagine walking through life as if you are deeply rooted in the earth, yet effortlessly lifted towards the sky. Let each step be deliberate, each movement an expression of calm strength. Once, there was an old monk whose steps were never rushed, always slow, measured, and deliberate. No matter how chaotic his surroundings, he moved as if carried by an invisible current of peace. One day, a disciple inquired, "Master, why do you never rush?" The monk smiled and replied, "Because where I need to be is exactly where I am." Therefore, practice mindful movement. Visualize a golden thread gently pulling you upwards, allowing your body to align naturally. Feel your spine lengthen, your shoulders relax, and your breath deepen. With every step, be present, move as if the entire universe moves with you, for in truth, it does. Remember, your energy speaks even before you utter a word. A person who stands tall, who walks with intention, who embraces each movement with awareness, this is a person others look up to, not because of status, but because of presence. Take a moment today to notice how you move. Do you rush through tasks, hunched forward in tension? Or do you glide through your day with poise, allowing each moment to unfold naturally? Adjust your posture, breathe deeply, and let grace be your guide. Principle 4. Embrace your silver crown. In many cultures, gray hair is often concealed, dyed, or seen as a sign of decline. However, within Buddhist teachings, gray hair is revered. The Buddha himself spoke of the 4 sights that transformed his life, one of which was witnessing an elderly person. He realized that aging was not a curse, but an awakening. Your silver strands are a testament to the life you have lived, the wisdom you have accumulated, and the resilience you have demonstrated. They are a crown, not something to be ashamed of. Keep them healthy, let them shine, and wear them with pride. In a small mountain village, there lived an elderly woman named Setsuko. Her silver hair shimmered under the morning sun as she sat outside her home knitting blankets for the village children. One day, a young girl asked her, "Grandma Setsuko, why don't you color your hair like the others?" The old woman chuckled, gently touched her silvery locks, and replied, "Because these strands tell my story. Each one carries a memory, a lesson, a piece of life's wisdom. To hide them would be to erase the journey that has made me who I am today." That day, the little girl looked at her own grandmother differently, recognizing the beauty in the passage of time. Setsuko's silver crown was not a sign of aging, it was a living testament to a life well lived. Therefore, embrace your silver crown with pride. Care for it with love, keep it nourished and vibrant, but never see it as something to hide. It is not the fading of youth, but the dawning of wisdom, a visible reminder of all you have overcome, learned, and cherished. In every silver strand lies a story, a lesson, and a mark of resilience. Let it shine. Principle 5. Nourish your body as a sacred temple. The Buddha taught, to keep the body in good health is a duty, for otherwise we shall not be able to keep our minds strong and clear. Eating well, staying hydrated, and caring for your skin is not vanity, it is self-respect. The body is the vessel that carries us through this journey of life. Just as a temple is maintained with reverence and care, so too should we honor our own physical form. The food we consume, the way we move, and even how we think about our body all contribute to our overall well-being. Once, a monk was asked why he took such meticulous care of his body, even though he believed in detachment from the physical world. He smiled and said, "Because this body is my only vehicle for reaching enlightenment. If I neglect it, how shall I complete my journey?" Hydration is the simplest yet most powerful gift we can give ourselves. Drinking water is not merely about quenching thirst, it is about replenishing, renewing, and restoring balance. Think of it as cleansing not only your body but also your mind. Every sip is an act of self-care. And food, oh food! It is not just sustenance, it is energy, it is healing, it is life itself. Fresh fruits, vibrant vegetables, whole grains, these are not just ingredients, but nature's medicine. Eating mindfully, savoring each bite, and choosing nourishment over indulgence is a practice of gratitude to the body that sustains us. But let us not forget movement. Whether it is a morning stretch, a gentle walk, or a full-body yoga practice, movement is meditation in action. It keeps the blood flowing, the joints flexible, and the spirit light. When we move with intention, we honor our body as the sacred temple it is. Therefore, care for yourself with kindness. Treat your body not as a burden, but as a sacred gift. Listen to it, nourish it, respect it, and it will reward you with vitality and clarity for years to come. Principle 6. Kindness, the true mark of elegance. There is no greater beauty than a kind heart. His Holiness the Dalai Lama once said, "My religion is very simple. My religion is kindness." An elderly woman at a monastery once spent every day wiping the wooden benches, though she never sat on them herself. When asked why, she replied, "Because the one who will sit here next may be weary. If I can make their moment more pleasant, then my day is complete." Kindness is a language that transcends words. It is felt in the warmth of a smile, the gentleness of a touch, the sincerity of an understanding nod. True elegance is not about polished appearances or refined manners, it is about how we make others feel. A kind person illuminates the space they enter, leaving an imprint long after they have departed. Therefore, be gracious, offer a smile, listen deeply, and extend warmth to others. Practice small acts of generosity, helping someone carry their groceries, holding a door open, writing a heartfelt note. The ripple effect of kindness is immeasurable. One act of compassion can brighten a stranger's day, inspire hope, and even change a life. And remember, kindness is not just an outward gesture, it is also an inward practice. Be gentle with yourself, speak to yourself with the same compassion you offer others. Forgive your mistakes, celebrate your progress, and honor your own journey. Because, in the end, kindness is not just about making the world a better place, it is about nurturing the heart that gives it. Principle 7. A healthy life is a happy life. Aging gracefully means embracing movement. Whether it is yoga, tai chi, or simple walks in nature, every step is a prayer, Every stretch is gratitude for the body you have. Keep moving, and your energy will remain radiant. Movement is more than exercise, it is a celebration of life itself. Each stretch, each breath, each mindful step is an act of appreciation for the incredible vessel that carries you through this world. A retired doctor named David spent his mornings practicing Tai Chi in a small park. His movements were slow but full of grace. A young jogger once stopped and asked, "Dr. David, why do you move so slowly?" Dr. David smiled and replied, "Because I am savoring every moment." When you rush, you miss life itself. Physical health and mental well-being go hand in hand. A body in motion fuels a mind at peace. Therefore, find joy in movement, whether it is dancing in the kitchen, walking through a garden, or practicing gentle yoga under the morning sun. Treat every motion as a sacred act of self-care. Principle 8. Choose your companions, curate your environment. Surround yourself with those who uplift your spirit. Negative energy can deplete the soul. Seek out companions who lighten your heart, encourage your growth, and remind you of your inherent worth. As the Buddha wisely said, a false friend is more to be feared than a wild beast. Once, a wise monk lived in a remote village, renowned for his wisdom and serenity. A young traveler approached him and asked, "Venerable sir, how does one discern true friends?" The monk smiled and led him to a pond. He picked up 2 stones, one light and one heavy, and cast them into the water. The light stone gently floated, drifting with the waves, while the heavy stone sank immediately. True friends, the monk explained, are like the light stone. They lift you up, walk alongside you, and never drag you down. But be wary of those who pull you under, for they are not friends, but burdens disguised as companions. Choose your companions wisely, and curate your environment with care. Surround yourself with those who inspire you, support you, and bring you peace. For the energy of those around you will shape the energy within you. Principle 9. Smile and laugh freely. The sound of laughter is the music of a joyful heart. Do not take life too seriously. Find joy in the simplest things, a warm cup of tea, a conversation with a friend, the feeling of sunlight on your face. Ultimately, a light heart will carry you further than a heavy one. In a small village nestled among rolling green hills, there lived an old man named Harry. He was known for his laughter that echoed like temple bells in the morning mist. Harry found joy in the smallest wonders, a child chasing butterflies, the first bloom of spring, the way a river danced in the sunlight. People would gather just to hear him tell stories, not because they were grand tales, but because they were filled with warmth and humor. One day, when asked about his secret to happiness, he chuckled and said, "I laugh not because life is perfect, but because I have learned to embrace its imperfections." Therefore, smile freely, release your worries, ease your tensions, and find joy in the ordinary. When you embrace joy, you radiate it into the world, making life lighter not only for yourself, but for everyone around you. Principle 10. Evolve unceasingly. The lotus blossoms in muddy water, yet it does not complain about the mire, it simply stretches towards the light. You, too, are blossoming each day. Each day is an opportunity to evolve, to refine yourself, and to become the most radiant version of yourself. Long ago, a humble monk resided in a secluded mountain monastery. One day, a young disciple sought him out, weary and disheartened. He had tried many paths, studied many teachings, yet still felt lost. "Master," he asked, "when will I attain enlightenment?" The monk smiled, pointed to an ancient tree nearby, and said, "Look at that tree. It has stood here for over a century, yet it continues to grow, reaching for the sky. You, too, must continue to grow, for enlightenment is not a destination, but a lifelong journey. We often think of personal growth as something with an endpoint, as if one day we will arrive at a perfect version of ourselves. But the truth is, there is no final version of you. Each experience, each interaction, each lesson learned adds another layer to your ever-unfolding story. Evolution is about keeping your heart open, being receptive to learning, embracing change, and being willing to see yourself in new ways. Growth does not happen in comfort zones. It occurs when you stretch yourself, when you step outside of what you already know, when you dare to embrace the unknown. Many fear change, but consider this: a caterpillar does not resist transforming into a butterfly. It surrenders to the process, trusting that something more beautiful awaits. Similarly, a river does not fight the bends in its path. It flows on, knowing that each curve brings it closer to the vast ocean. Reflect on your own life. How have you changed in the past year, the past decade? Are you clinging to an outdated version of yourself, or are you allowing yourself the grace to evolve? One of the greatest obstacles to personal evolution is fear: fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. But the Buddha taught that clinging is the root of suffering. When we hold on to who we once were, we prevent ourselves from stepping into who we are meant to become. Therefore, let go, shed the old versions of yourself that no longer serve you, like a snake shedding its skin, like a tree letting go of its leaves in autumn. Embrace the cycles of renewal in your life. Never stop questioning, never stop exploring. Try something new, a hobby, a skill, a perspective. Read books that challenge your thinking, surround yourself with inspiring people, those who encourage your growth. Let your curiosity be your guiding light. And most importantly, be patient with yourself. Growth is not a linear path, it is a winding road with peaks and valleys. There will be days when you feel stuck, days when you feel like you are moving backward. But trust that every experience, even the most challenging ones, is shaping you into something greater. There is a beautiful Zen saying: you are exactly the person you need to be in this moment, and you are still becoming. Hold on to that truth. You are not behind, you are not late, you are exactly where you need to be. Therefore, continue to grow, continue to evolve, continue to reach for the light. For this journey is not about becoming someone else, it is about becoming the fullest, truest expression of who you already are. Aging is not a decline, but a deepening. Just as the roots of a great tree grow stronger with time, so too does your wisdom, your presence, and your essence. Every wrinkle, every silver hair, every moment of quiet reflection is a testament to a life lived with meaning, lessons learned, and the quiet victories of the heart. Imagine for a moment, standing by a tranquil lake, watching the sun slowly descend towards the horizon. The day's end does not lament its own conclusion, but embraces the transition, knowing that darkness will give way to another dawn. And so it is with us: each passing year is not a loss, but a gift, another opportunity to deepen our understanding, to cultivate our spirit, to touch the lives of those around us with a little more love, a little more kindness, a little more grace. Let this be a reminder to you: you are not growing old, you are growing richer in experience, in compassion, in purpose. You are still evolving, still learning, still blossoming, like a lotus rising from the mud, reaching for the light. Therefore, as you move forward from here, walk with gratitude for the years that have shaped you, for the moments that have challenged you, for the beauty of simply being present here, in this moment. Thank you for sharing this journey with me today. If this message resonates with your heart, I invite you to become a part of our community. Please like this video, leave a comment sharing the wisdom you carry, and subscribe to the Silent Wisdom channel for more reflections on meaningful and peaceful living. Until we meet again, may you walk with grace, love with an open heart, and always find peace on your path.